Hi, welcome to Storytime with Arlington Public Library. Today we're going to be talking about numbers and counting and something very special called the census. The census is a huge count that happens once every 10 years in our country, and the government counts how many people live in each home. So they want to know where you live and how many people live with you because they decide how much money is going to go to each community. So if you want better schools, better playgrounds for your neighborhood, make sure you tell your parents, fill out the census. It's very important. This is our only chance for the next 10 years to be counted. So I'm going to teach you a song about the census. It's called Everyone Counts. If you can point to yourself like this, let's sing it together. I count, you count, your family counts too. I count, you count, your neighbors count too. The census counts people. Make sure it counts you. Let's read a book together called I Count. It's about a little girl named Ellen who tells all of her neighbors and all of her family, you have to be counted. So let's see how she does it. I count, says Ellen, a very important person, age 3. Yes, indeed, everybody counts. Just follow along and see. You count as a person, a very special you, and wherever you live, that's where you count too. Like you, Ellen is number 1. To her family, she's dear. But when we count who lives in this house, we can't count her here. This is where her grandparents live. She's just visiting for the day. Ellen lives in a different house, though it's not so far away. So let's count 2 people in this home. 1, 2. Grandfather, who's Ned, and grandmother, who's Sue. You count, says Ellen to Leilani, going whoosh down the slide. When Ellen visits with Tron and Con, they play in the yard outside. Leilani's family and Ellen's grandparents, neighbors are they, in a row of neat townhomes along Counting Way. Leilani has no sisters or brothers, not even a kitten or pup. She likes having friends come to play games and dress up. So let's count 3. 1, 2, 3. For this special family, her mother, her father, and of course, Leilani. Your family counts too, says Leilani to Tomas, her friend in the park, who always goes everywhere with his dog Spark. Tomas lives with his sister Carolina and her husband Jose in a white house with a red door and a roof that's gray. Tomas's family just grew, and he's happy as can be. Carolina has a new baby, a boy named Hector Lee. Now, when Tomas counts his family, he uses 1 finger more. That's 1, 2, 3, and baby Hector makes 4. I count, says Keisha in the house with the big oak tree. Yes, everybody counts. Just follow along and see. You count as a person, a very special you, and wherever you live, that's where you count too. So let's start with Keisha, who just turned 4, and count Daddy and Mommy and Grandma Moore. Don't miss baby Letitia, who's playing on the floor. Count 5 in Keisha's house with the tree strong and tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 family members in all. You count, says Keisha to her good pal Brad. Brad lives in the yellow house with his mom and dad, plus his 2 older brothers and gray-haired Uncle Steve, who does magic tricks with coins up his sleeve. Count 6 in Brad's house, there's no trick to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can do it. Your neighbors count too, says Brad to Juanita Sue, who lives in a building so tall. Juanita Sue has many neighbors in the apartments down the hall. There's Mrs. Kelly, count her as 1, and 2 from Mr. Williams and his grandson. And then Juanita Sue and her parents total 3. Who'd we forget? Oh yes, there's only one Mr. Bonetti, who cooks the most delicious meatballs and spaghetti. What's important is who counts behind each door. It's the people who count in each apartment, on each floor. Yes, everybody counts in this building so tall. Count each and every person, whether big or small. The census counts people. That's right, every single one. It's a big job to count everybody, and here's how it's done. You get a form in the mail or somebody brings it to your door. It says, please count who lives here, and a few questions more. Then what's next? You fill out the form like this family. Remember Ellen? It's her family we see. She lives on a farm with 2 helpers, chickens, and a pig. Count 8 people in Ellen's house. Her household is so big. The form is ready to mail, and that's easy to do. You can send it from your mailbox to the post office too. The census counts people. Make sure it counts you. Say Ellen, Leilani, Tomas, Keisha, Brad, and Juanita Sue. Each family is special. Each person is too. So count your family. It's important to do. Everybody counts, and that includes you. Count all the children. Can you find 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we're missing a child. Do you know who? Of course, we need to count you. So get ready to count. We'll start over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Count yourself. 10. Thank you so much for joining us for our special census story time today. Before we leave, remind your parents and all the adults in your household to be counted. Go to 2020census.gov because you matter, and so does everybody who lives in your home. Bye.